Hybrid family, welcome back to the channel, and today I am bringing to you all a updated list of the best budget cards in the game. Now, when I go along the lines of talking about budget, normally, and what I was addressing in a comment from my last budget video, is 250,000 coins and less. Now, it is one player, which is going to be the first player on this list, that is technically going over 250,000 coins, but really is not. But hey, we'll address that in just a little bit. But hey, let's go on and get into this list. First on the list, we are going to be going over the quarterback position. I do have two options for this, but right here, as you see, we are over the LTD version of Steve McNair, which is currently going for about 400k even on the auction block. With that traditional 4 release, he is able to go ahead and get that quad stack or the god stack for, I do believe, 7 AP total. And not only does he have the best release in the game, he also has the speed and also the throwing stats to go ahead and pair with it. Now, the reason why he did make this list is because LTDs, they quick sell for 350k, and for him to be selling for 400k, if you can afford that price tag, you are relatively only spending 50k for a 95 overall. But let's say you don't have that price tag or the coins to go ahead and spend 400k on this card. Here's the next option that is a budget option. Right here, Mr. Josh Allen. I don't know how many times this dude has made the top 10 list, quarterback, budget, or whatnot. But with that Slinger 3 release, 6'5", 237 pounds, good throwing stats, 90s for all accuracies, 90 speed, which he can go up to 91 speed if you go ahead add him to the I think it's just training. Yeah, he'll get a +1 speed, +1 acceleration. Now, unlike Steve McNair, who was able to get the quad stack, Josh Allen here, you'll have to like pick and choose. He gets that hot rod master for 1 AP, pass lead elite for 4, and then right here he'll be able to get that set feet lead for 5 or a hot rod master for 3. So granted, you'll be spending about your entire 8 AP on Josh Allen, and then adding a gift wrap for 1 AP. But right here for his unstoppable X factors, you are able to, you know, negate those ability points kind of with these X factors if you are able to go ahead and complete his in-game objectives. I do highly suggest doing the unstoppable hot rod master to go ahead and give you some leeway within those other ability buckets. Now, in order to activate this unstoppable hot rod master, you will need to have 5 consecutive passes of 5+ yards in the air. It sounds easy, but in all actuality, it is kind of difficult. Next, we have Mr. Steve Largent, which is going for 200,000 coins. A 95 overall going for less than 200k with 95 speed, 90s across all route running thresholds, so he can do good in either all Madden or all pro. For his abilities right here, if you care about wide receiver abilities, they don't really just too much matter this year. But route tech for 2, short and elite, which I do suggest, especially if you go against a lot of heavy man coverage. And he also gets that evasive for 1 AP, and the same thing in his ability his other discounted ability bucket. He does not get any type of unstoppable X factors or any pre-lit X factors like we're used to seeing on cards. But for under 200k, a 95 speed, 5'11 receiver that hits all route running thresholds, you don't get a much better value than that. Next, for a good slot wide receiver, we do have Mr. Jerry Rice that you do unlock at level 44. 6'2", 95 speed, 90s for all route running thresholds. So like I said, good on all pro and all Madden. Now, the reason why I do say that he's a good slot wide receiver is only because, you know, Jerry Rice, like, he's a good card. He could be a #1 option for a lot of teams or whatnot. But with route tech for that 1 AP, I feel as if he will excel a lot better in that slot position. He also has a 1 AP deep in elite and a 1 AP grab and go. So I want to say route tech will definitely be your best bet to go ahead and choose with this card. As again, just like Steve Largent, he does not come equipped with any type of pre-lit X factors. Now, for our third and last wide receiver that we will be going over on this list, we do have Mr. Devin Hester, 95 speed, 94 short, 90 medium, 95 deep. Great route running across the board. 5'11" height. Yes, I do know Jerry Rice is the tallest receiver at standing at 6'2", but height doesn't just too much matter this year with receivers. Now, the thing is with this anytime Mr. Devin Hester, he gets jukebox for 1 AP, return man for 0. So you can have him at kick return or punt return, and he's always going to be guaranteed to break that first tackle. But now, here we go. We are getting a pre-lit X Factor now. He does get deep elite that starts on for 5 plays, which is just improved deep catching. Route tech, aka that starts on for 4 plays. This is pretty much the ability that you want to run for 0 AP if you're not running any other type of X factors on like your QBs or your running backs. Route tech against man coverage along with 0 AP return man or jukebox, whichever one you see, makes him a virtually unguardable, especially when it comes to RPOs, if that's your thing. But overall, Devin Hester for going for about, I want to say 230K, definitely not a bad option. Also, I do want to make a correction. Devin Hester is going for less than 200K. But now for Mr. Devon A-Chain right here, yes, we do have a little bit of Dolphins bias right here. 96 speed, 94 change of direction with a 91 break tackle, 87 truck. Now, the reason why I have Devon A-Chain on this list instead of that free Christian McCaffrey that we did get with the Super Bowl promo, you do not need anything to go ahead and get Devon A-Chain for his max speed. In order to get Christian McCaffrey up to that 97 speed that you do have, you will have to put in a Super Bowl player, which is relatively about 400K, which is not really quite the budget that we're looking to stay within. But 96 speed, and he does come equipped with a discounted matchup nightmare, which is what I'm currently running on mine, and also a 1 AP jukebox. Now, he is under the weight threshold, so he's going to get the good juice regardless, with 188 pounds. So I do highly suggest for any type of better catching, especially if you throw to your running back a lot, you will want to put up that matchup nightmare for 0 AP. Next, for our tight end portion, we do have Mr. Vernon Davis right here. 6'3" with 94 speed, 93 short route running, 91 medium. Not the best run blocker, but the simple fact that this man is going for around 90K with 94 speed at that tight end position is relatively the best value for a tight end in the game if you weren't able to go ahead and get that free MCS Kyle Pitts. And then even at this point, you can still run both of them and have 2 94 plus speed tight ends out there on your field. Now, like I said, he's not going to give you much in the run aspect of things, but him being 6'3", 244 pounds, which makes him underneath the weight threshold that you do need to have the good juice, Vernon Davis is virtually the best budget tight end in the game. Now, transition over into the defensive side of things, we do have Mr. Clay Matthews, which if you did complete your second round of Legend Solos, you are able to go ahead and get this man for free. Clay Matthews, 94 speed, 91 block shed, 96 power move with an 87 finesse move. He is able to go ahead and get a lurk artist for 0 AP, which I wouldn't think is bad for a defensive lineman. Now, I do have 2 left outside linebackers on this list. Clay Matthews is going to be the pass rushing left outside linebacker, and the next card that we're going to be getting into is going to be your left outside linebacker that you should definitely be using. But double or nothing for 1 AP, and also edge threat elite for 2, and he gets the same ability stack in his other discounted ability. So double or nothing and lurk artist for a total of 1 AP is definitely not a bad deal on this Clay Matthews. Now, for the card that you're supposed to be using, or who I think that you should use, is definitely going to be this Christian Harris. 95 speed, 91 block shed, but only with an 80 power move and a 92 finesse move. Yes, he can still rush the passer, but I do feel as if you'll get the best value with that speed as him being a user, because 71 strength, he's not really just going to get off of blocks, and he's also 226 pounds. He does come equipped with, hold on, let's go on and get to it, that lurk artist for 0 AP, and also if you do want to have him as an edge rusher, he gets edge threat for 1 AP. But he does not get the 2 discounted ability buckets because he is not a 95 plus overall, which is why I say Christian Harris should be your top user, especially because linebackers play the run game and also helps your defensive line shed blocks a lot better. Moving up into the secondary with things, we have Mr. Ken Riley, the Rattler right here. Come equipped with that one step ahead or inside shade X factor. We'll go over that in a little bit. But 5'11", 95 speed, 95 man coverage with 95 zone coverage. Going for under 200K right now. Great zone, great man, great speed. The excel is kind of a bit lackluster. But that doesn't really just matter. With the 97 change of direction, and if you scroll down, he has a 96 hit power. But right here, you do see inside shade, aka crew. It starts on for 5 plays and it is off for 5 plays. For his discounted abilities, he does have pick artist and medium route KO for 2 AP. You definitely would just want to be running that pick artist and potentially that inside shade X factor for a total of 0 AP. To go ahead and pair with that Ken Riley, you have Mr. Ronde Barber, 94 overall, 95 speed, 94 man, 95 zone, 89 press. Just as good as Ken Riley. I do think that he's a little bit quicker with that acceleration, but you're not going to get the same heavy hitting ability as you're going to get out of that Ken Riley. But with Ronde Barber, if you go down, he does get pick artist for 0, a medium route KO for 1 AP, and a mid zone KO for 1 AP. Mid zone helps you react to short passes, semi deep passes, and it just gives you that reaction time. Mid zone this year is definitely a glitched ability because it gives you the reaction time for almost any part of the field. Coming to an end of this budget list, we do have Mr. Malik Cooker, 6'1", 212 pounds, 95 speed, 93 man, 95 zone. Yet again, we are getting the best of both worlds with both that man and zone. So right here, what makes this card special is that he does get a deep zone KO ability. Deep end zone for 1 AP, also a 0 AP pick artist, and some other ability buckets. He does not get any type of special X factor or anything of that nature. But having a deep zone KO in your deep secondary, preferably your safeties, is an amazing thing to go ahead and have. It helps improve reaction time a lot with those deep balls. So that's why Malik Cooker made this list. And also he has that top tier speed to go ahead and come with it. So now I do know with the free safety, you also have Jack Tatum, which is definitely a budget type of card. But the only reason why he didn't make this list is because that deep out zone ability that he has costs 2 AP. And the same with the other strong safety suggestion that I thought about putting on this list, being Isaiah Pacheco, 5'10", 94 speed with 2 AP deep out zone KO as well. So don't think that they weren't included because of their physical stats. I was just more so leaning towards the ability discounts that each card gets. And I do think Pacheco does also get deep end zone KO for 1 AP. But listen right here, with Dante Whitner, you do get that X factor avalanche, but physical stats, we have 95 speed, 80 man coverage, so I wouldn't be manning him up anyway. But 94 zone coverage, 97 hit power with an 88 strength. And like I do say, he comes with that pre-lit, aka crew, X factor, avalanche, and also reinforcement. Reinforcement is pretty much every single KO in the game. If they touch you, you're dropping the ball every single time, whether that's in man or in zone. And he also does come equipped with either a 0 AP pick artist and also a deep end zone KO. So down in the comment section, let me know, did I miss out on anybody? Did you think somebody should have been added into this list? I did try my best to go ahead and get the best of both worlds for all of the skilled positions on the field. But as always, I do love y'all tremendously. Make sure you do hit that like button, comment, and also subscribe before you head out. We are currently 10 subscribers away from hitting 700, but that doesn't stop our ultimate goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers. But until next time, my brothers and sisters, I'm out.